the home of the 12s. They raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visitor sideline, Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon. His guys, losers a week ago, trying to turn things around here. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. These guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. The bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stroud off the play fake. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Play action. Here's Stroud. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
At the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Stroud looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the Seahawks 11-yard line.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And it's caught. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. But he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And the Cardinals, 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Gain of 6. Brings up
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
no gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
45-yard line.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Davante Adams, 44 yards. And the Cards have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
That time a 6-play drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Daniels looking to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Here's 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, down at the 33. From the gun to give to Mixon. Gets by him at the 25. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing now is Daniels. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw is Daniels. And they're going to get him. He's safe back around the 28. Tershawn Wharton. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Cardinals offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
In motion right goes Adams. Stroud sets up the play action. It's caught here by Adams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That's good for the Cardinals.
Here's Stroud. This taken in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Barkley inside handoff. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And Barkley did not get there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks headed back out, and of all the 8 uniforms in the NFL rivalry set for this year, this has got to be the most intriguing one. It's known as the high decibel zone. Obviously a nod to how loud this place can get and does get. But it's the sound wave pattern on the shoulders. So cool. That really steals the show for me. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Has his man. It's Shakir. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
11 yards for number 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw again. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mixon will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cardinals offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Brings up second
Up
and
the middle with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for the running back to run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. On the left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Mooney with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Seahawks 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, they'll drop to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
It's 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Stroud to throw it. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Stroud out of the gun here. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 38-yard line.
For Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Cardinals first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down.
Slant route, and he finds Thornton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Stroud will look to throw once more. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice spin into some open field. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. They juked him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. And they'll begin by running the option. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
2 yards to go, second down. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
James Pierce. It's a loss of 2. Brings up third.
Now Daniels. It's caught, block it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Mixon with first down carry. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now he'll try to run with this. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
The 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Seahawks 21.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A inside corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Play action. Here's Stroud. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stroud. That is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the
But that was definitely a surprise
line.
there, handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the second level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he slings one that's incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Brings up third down and
To throw is Daniels. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 6. And there'll go play action here with Stroud. This one goes out wide for Barkley. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
A handoff. Barkley running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Incomplete. He was defended by Tyreek Stevenson.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield for Barkley. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Aaron Arizona.
It's a gain of
55 yards.
And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 55 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he'll be taken down here about the 11. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Stroud. That's complete right around the 8. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and goal, Arizona.
Barkley is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another try for Barkley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Just shy of the goal line.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and goal.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding, offense.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. And Stroud now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. C.J. Stroud, 15 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. That'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
has his man. It's Shakir. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone left out a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one's not fully over yet. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
The Cardinals first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Cardinals. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 70 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. Shakir hauls it in. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Khalil Shakir. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Daniels.
37-yard line.
A short throw to Ingram. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
That's good for us Seahawks.
To the air goes Daniels. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Now Daniel's going to keep it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple of yards short of the first. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a 1st down. Instead of making them earn it on 4th, they jump and give them the 1st.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
It's complete, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion caught in the end zone. And that gets the lead a bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Stroud out of the gun here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. A gain of 12.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Stroud. It's caught here by Adams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
from the shotgun. It's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Into the hands of Ingram. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
He's back to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Back to throw. That's caught by Shakir. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Back
6
to throw.
at their 41.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Seahawks first down.
They'll look to throw. That is caught by Shakir. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Seahawks first down.
He'll look to throw. Completes to Shakir once again. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
At the 7-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Here's 2nd down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now 3rd down and 7.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And he clocks it with just 10 seconds left. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
It's a turnover on downs.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Cardinals, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.